There are two Purushas. One Purusha is already explained. The Purusha Prakriti Stohi. You can go like no Purusha Prakriti Stohi Bhungte Prakriti Jan Gunan. So one Purusha, the living entity, the Atma, and another Purusha is Paramatma. Sometimes the Mayavadi philosophers, they do not distinguish between the Atma and Paramatma. But here it is distinctly explained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead that one Purusha is enjoying the fruits of his activities and Prakritistha, being influenced by the quality of Prakriti and material nature. He is said that Asad Janma Yonishu, like he is taking birth in different types of species of life. And another Purusha is there who is Upadrasta. Upadrasta means he is overseer. He is simply seeing how the other Purusha is working, and according to his karma, work he is giving, the result he is a witness. The living entity, Purusha, is working piously. Then he is getting a different type of body. Janmaishwarya Shruta Sri. So we discuss about Srimad Bhagavatam. So Queen Kunti says that um, a nice body, a born in a rich man's family or Brahmana's family and scholarly family, Janma opulence, Ashwarya beauty and beautiful body and very good education. These destinations are there because the Paramatma, the Purusha, is observing the activities of the Jivatma Purusha. And according to his karma, according to his desire, he is giving a different type of body. Ishvaraha Sarva Bhutanam Hridayesharjuna Tishtati. The Supreme Personality of Godhead as Paramatma, Antaryami, is situated in everyone's heart. And Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudhani Maya. And he is directing Maya to give him a particular type of body, and he is moving with the body, that yantra. Just like if you get a car, according to the price, you can get a car. You can get a Rolls Royce, or you can get any car, BMW. Now I heard that. So Ambassador is coming up with a very wonderful model. The old version they have upgraded. Maybe in 1 year or 2 years they will release. So once, like we have uh, created the impression such a way that in this material world, I am this body, I am belonging to this. Like that car also we see, wow, this is a wonderful car, I like this brand. So the brand, it's a imagination. That imagination gives people to addict for that particular product. Here the brand is that I am this body. Because of we have attachment to this body, we are accustomed and we are ready to accept, because the moment when the fetal is in the body for 9 months, mother's womb, so it experiences all bitter, sorry, and fiery things. It gets pain still. This 9 months struggle to come out, but after coming out, uh, it cries out of the pain. Then try to adjust as per the particular nature. Even womb, when the fetal, the body, the baby in the womb, it tries to adjust within the limit of the space. So here we are addressing ourselves with body, and we have to understand that whatever we are desiring, that is sanctioned by super soul. He is overseeing everything. Sometimes he sanctions actually literally, but some things he doesn't, because it depends. Otherwise everyone will become demonic. And we are getting different type of body, and there are 8,400,000 species of the body. Like, you can get one of them and suffer and enjoy. Tatat tehantara praptir dhiras tatrana muhyate. And we heard in the further, in the previous chapters, excuse me, we have to change body. The next body you can get as a cat's body or dog's body, a tree's body, or a demigod's body, or a Brahma's body, or Indra's body. So, or Indian, American, African, or some other country, insect, that will be awarded to according to our karma. Unfortunately, we do not know it, just like animals. The animals don't know how to get a better body. Asitim chaturaschaiva lakshansata jiva jijnasu brahmadivi purusha prapyam manushyam janma paryayat. And in this Padma Purana, Janma, it says that Janma Paryayat, by evolution, we come to this human form of body, and in this human form of body, we have got the chance to develop Krishna consciousness. And if we do not do that, then we are losing the opportunity, missing the opportunity. And next body, we shall get according to our karma. But if we become Krishna conscious in this present body, in this human form of body, and if we try to understand what is Krishna, and then Tyaktva Deha Punarjanmanaiti Mam So Arjuna, then after giving up this body, you do not accept another material body. This is Krishna consciousness movement. We are trying to understand how we already read in previous chapters. Actually, the purpose of becoming Krishna conscious is that we may not have to accept another material body. In order to avoid the another material body, it, we have to fully utilize this present body, material body, which is given by Krishna. The purpose of life, when we understand, then the purpose is being fulfilled, the purpose is being satisfied, then the purpose is serving Krishna. Then who is satisfied? Krishna. When the purpose, this body, when it is used for the purpose of the life, then Krishna accepts. Then when Krishna accepts our service, then there is no material body we get. There is no chance. So the other body which describes here, like a Paramatma, we are Atma, and he is Paramatma. We are Ishvara, he is Parameshwara. We are not Parameshwara. We are Brahman, he is Parabrahman. And Param, when we use actually sometimes, like with little intelligence, we distinguish between Paramatma and Atma, Parameshwara and Ishvara, and many times we speculate and we exaggerate things. Bhokta Maheshwara. That's what 1323 says, that we are not Bhokta. We are trying to become Bhokta or enjoyer, but we become baffled. It's not possible that we will become Bhokta. Bhoktaram yadnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. There is that. And we can become being enjoyed and predominated, not the predominator. Just like one thing is enjoyed and the other is enjoyer. The Supreme Lord, he is enjoyer. Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. The same Maheshwaram is Maha Ishwara means great. Ishwara means controller. Who is great controller? We can a controller of a human. But Maheshwara means he controls all living entities along with the nature. So Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. We may be very proud of controlling a factory, a few thousands of workers, but we are not Maheshwara. The Maheshwara is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is in his Paramatma feature. He is situated in everyone's body as a Paramatma, and he witnesses everything, whatever the activities we perform. So, and so there are two souls like Kshetrajna, previous, like in the same chapter, yeah, in the beginning, one, two, three, third verse, it says that mm, there are two souls. There are two souls. Kshetrajna. There are Arjuna's questions, like I think in this, like Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarvakshetreshu bharata. Krishna says in that, I am also Kshetrajna. The body is Kshetra and the soul is Kshetrajna. If Kshetrajna, one who knows about the body, just like I have got this body, I have got my body, and I know it is my body, and we know it is your body. Just like we live in some place, house or apartment, there is another partner, and that is Krishna. Like in a house, two people lives. Okay, the house is called here the body. I am living, and I means the soul, along with my partner also lives. The another partner is a super soul. Just like landlord, it's a tenant. He is like the tenant is the occupier and the landlord is the owner. Similarly, so we are the occupier of this body, and Krishna is the Paramatma, is the owner of this body. This knowledge we have to understand. We have to understand that I am not the owner of this body. Therefore, Krishna's another name is Rishikesha. Rishikesha means in the senses. He is claiming that this is my hand, but this is not my hand. This is Krishna's hand. The same thing, the tenant occupies the room, but he is not the owner of the room. Owner is a different person. We may occupy this body or any body, but we are not owners of this body. As soon as we know that I am not the owner of this body, I am the occupier of this body, that is the knowledge, Krishna consciousness. We are falsely claiming that we are the owner of this body. We are not owner of the body. I cannot, like, therefore, repairing anything, if any part of limb of our body goes wrong, we do not know how to repair it. When Krishna can do it because he is the owner, Rishikesha. Rishikesha means he is the controller of the senses. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. And we have to pay to the owner. Similarly, we have to serve the Krishna for occupying this body. That is called devotion. Yajñārthe karmanyoartha lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Because it is also explained sarvata panipada tat sarvatha panipadam. That means everywhere the Supreme Lord has got his hands and legs. So what is that? How he has got hands and legs? Your hands, my hands, they have hands of Krishna. So therefore, it should be used for Krishna, just like your hand we are claiming. This is my hand. This hand is used for my service. Suppose if we want to eat something, we use this hand for eating. But for others eating, you do not use your hand to eat. We use as our own hand. Exceptional cases. Child and who doesn't have hands, we feed them. But we cannot take that as like, example, oh, this principle doesn't work. People like Vitandavadis, they do this Vada. So whatever limbs we have got, we should engage them in the Krishna service in such a way that, so think that these are belonging to Krishna and engage them in the Krishna service, and that is called bhakti. If you don't use them, then that is against the laws of nature. Upadrastanmanta, Krishna, the super soul is Anumanta. Anumanta means without his permission, we cannot do anything. And we cannot do anything because everything belongs to Krishna. How we can use something without permission? So Anumanta and Upadrasta, just like father and son, little child, he wants to do something and wants permission from the father or mother, and he gives in our childhood, like I remember that even for going to the uh, like passing water, we had to take mother's permission, otherwise they don't allow, because um, we don't know where we go and all. So the child is a certain age is controlled by mother. We are like child. Uh, Actually, we are fully controlled by Krishna as long as you are situated in this material world. So, but we feel that I am independent, then we do whatever we like. So, whatever we want, all nonsense we do. By using this body, claiming ourselves, I am this body, this belongs to me, and we try to exploit this. And then this that is the nature that like permission, wherever we want to go, we have to take permission from mother, father. Mama, can I go here? Papa, can I go here? So then, okay, condition is that better you go, but you have to update each and every 15 minutes or half an hour, what's happening, where are you, like this condition. So that is natural. Similarly, we cannot do anything without the permission of this super soul, the Paramatma, who is within our heart. Sarvasya shaham vridisanne vishto matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. without permission. Therefore, he is Anmanta. He says that in this verse, he says that I am the knowledge giver, I am the reason for forgettable also. He says Krishna. So when we do something wrong, then Krishna as Antaryami, as Paramatma, gives permission, and it may be raised, but he gives permission. When we do something wrong and we do anything without his permission, he gives permission as a Karanam Guna Sangasyo. That is already explained, like previous verse we says that Purusha Prakrito Si Bhunte Prakriti Jha Gunan Karanam Guna Sangosya Sad Asat Jnanma Yoneshu. He can give you permission, but the enjoyment and suffering will have to be taken by us. We have to take that. When we take Krishna's permission and do good cause, so we no need to really experience this suffering. Instead, insist permission, and without permission, you can not do it. Therefore, Krishna gives you, for all right, you do it, but your own risk. Krishna does not want that you should do it, but you want to do it. Therefore, he gives permission. He wants us to be a follower of Dharma. At the same time, Sarvadharman parityacha mamekam saranam raja. Surrender unto me, saying that is his demand. But our demand is different. Our demand is that I don't want to surrender. I shall not. Sir, I want to do this. All right. You do it. It's your own risk. But if you follow the instruction of Krishna, then he takes charge of us. Whatever we do, he takes charge of Krishna, us. Then he says that's what aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshaya shyami. So you do papa or punya, enjoy the effect, but when you follow the instruction of Krishna, there is no such papa or punya. It is transcendental. It's a Brahman, like that is called Brahman. And all the gunas, saguna samatiyatan Brahma bhuyan kalpate manchayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Krishna says, like anyone who is engaged in rendering service unto me, like he says that bhakti yogena saguna samatitayatan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. He is not affected by the activities. He is immune from the result of all the activities. Many, see, actually, I want to share one example. Immune. Uh, when and some new virus comes into our body, something. So initially, it takes some time to then when it start acting the new virus in the body, then within our body there is that immune system start fighting. So in that phase, body becomes cold and heat and all. Then if we don't have antibodies in our body, then body has to go through sufferings. Like you see, I was reading about this. So highest poisonous snake is this black mamba. This black mamba is chased by mongoose and meerkats, and meerkat by birth it has a antidotes in the body. Even black mamba's poison can be reversed. but it takes some time. So when the mamba bites the meerkat, it then it start like, in the antibodies start fighting with the virus, this poison. It takes some time, then it recovers nicely. So like that, we should have that immunity is here, this Krishna consciousness. So when we are in Krishna consciousness, so we can avoid all such abominable situations, and we can avoid the highest thing is that for getting next body. So when we have the tendency to enjoy, then we should ready to accept the effects of this suffering. Karmana daivanetrena. It's very simple to understand. Therefore, Krishna is called Anumanta, giving permission as you can take, but you cannot do it. Anumanta Upadrasta. And so far, our activities are concerned. This is also explained in the Upanishads that there are two birds in this tree, like body. One is observing and the other is enjoying. So the observing body is the Paramatma, the Krishna is Upadrasta. Is simply enjoying our activities, how we are doing, and giving the effect. And Anumanta, Krishna, he does not want it what we are doing now. Krishna does not want it, but because we wanted persistently to do it, so he gives permission, because without his permission, we cannot do it. This is the conclusion. And actually, he is the maintainer. We cannot get anything without his mercy. There may be ample supply of necessities of life by the grace of Krishna, and there may be scarcity. So they are now complaining about overpopulation. So there is question of overpopulation. Krishna is quite competent, able to maintain everyone. Who is maintaining an elephant in the forest? We are not maintaining. But as you become godless, we become disobedient to the laws of God. There will be restriction. You cannot have full supply of necessities of life. This time has already come. All like godless people, they are definitely they are suffering. Yeah. So Queen Kunti says that Krishna, please give me more sufferings, more sufferings, more sufferings, so that I can remember your name, even missing without single second. Otherwise, this mind, the demonic mind, leads us, okay, to somewhere and forget about Krishna. The only remedy is to become the devotee and chant unlimitedly and take Krishna Prasadam, maintain very strictly for activity principles. So we become like successful in the life. And actually in Kali Yuga, people are degrading and the supply also like got reduced. So that's why people are like, having lot of struggles. The actually we can understand that it explains that the cause of association, like in previous verse we say that like the cause is the beginningless desire for objects made of the gunas, guna sangha. And like the meaning is the beginningless jiva is contaminated with the beginningless uh, imprints in the form of karma. The jiva desiring enjoyable objects because of his being an enjoyer will take shelter of Prakriti equipped with the desirables which she offers to him until those imprints of karma are destroyed by devotee association. The association is very important. Where we are, whom we are associating, and how we are benefiting. So we may not say that, okay, hey, see, you're doing this, I have to see, like, whether I'm being able to take proper the use of your association. I think you're not a, I don't feel I need to take your association. I don't feel to inspire your association. We don't share these things. But intelligence given by Krishna, such a way that we know that whose association we need and whose association we don't. So based upon that, we choose wisely the proper association which we actually seeking the association of the devotees, then life becomes successful. So when the Prakriti equipped with the desirable which offers to us, until those imprints of karma are destroyed by devotee association, with the destruction of impressions, he enjoys happiness in the abode of the Lord. The Shruti says in the is like, so sunte sarvan karman sah brahman upan Sita, he attains all his desires with the omniscient, the Lord. The followers of Sankhya, they say that taking isolated meaning of the statement, all activities are carried by the three modes. Prakriti is the doer. Everything is done by Prakriti alone. And the gunas alone are the agent. We see in the like how everything is done by Prakriti. We can see the 13th chapter, same in this chapter 29th verse, it says that, and gunas alone are the agent. And again it says in the 14th chapter 19th verse claims that Prakriti alone is the agent. That is an impetuous interpretation, since Prakriti, like a lump of earth or wood, is an unconscious element. The ability to gain knowledge, perceive, desire, and act. The qualities of the agent belong to conscious entities alone. The Shruti says, Vijnanam yajnam tanute karmani tanute pichataji. Jiva accomplishes knowledge, sacrifices, and action. Shruti also says that Yesha hi drastasparsha srotas rahasyata gharata manta bodhakartam vijnanatam purusha. The conscious Atma alone is the seer, toucher, hearer, taster, smeller, thinker, knower, and agent. And maintain that Prakriti has this nature of an agent because of being the respectable of the Jiva and thus having superimpositions of consciousness. This is not so, because the agency of Prakriti through proximity and impression is caused by the proximity of the jiva alone. The ability of hot iron to burn is due to the fire, not the iron. One should not compare the dull iron or Prakriti to the water that moves, or the tree that compare dull like bears fruit, and thus conclude that this proves Prakriti's nature as an agent, because all of that action is accomplished by the presence of Antaryami. Who is Antaryami? The super soul. Because this contradicts the Shruti, which is the foundation of knowledge. The scripture rules enables one to perform Jyotisthoma for bestowing Sarva, Swarga and meditation for bestowing liberation. This indicates consciousness. The experiencer, not inert Prakriti, is the agent. What would be the use of scripture if Prakriti did everything? Agency belongs to the Jiva alone, right? What do you say? And when there are statements in scripture saying that Prakriti is the doer, those statements are made in order to show the prominence of her functionings. Though a man carries something using his hand, we say that the hand carries an object. Similarly, because the Jiva accomplishes using Prakriti, the scriptures say that Prakriti accomplishes. This is how some explain such statements. Others say that Prakriti is said to be the agent in action like sacrifice or war for the Jiva attached to body and senses made of Prakriti, whereas Prakriti is not the agent for the pure Jiva without attachment to body and senses. So we have to understand. And he who knows the Paramatma, the Prakriti along with the Gunas and the Jiva does not take birth again. Though encountering all sorts of circumstances in this world. Okay. Right. Thank you. So one and all. Vancha kalpatarviyasya kripa sindhibhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Nantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Any doubts? Any questions? Any suggestions? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Why nobody is speaking anything? Any Mauna Vrata? Yesterday, right? Shivratri. 2 days. Do we have to follow Mauna Vrata or what for Shivratri?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavata Pranam.
Mataji Pranams. Dhanavad. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavata Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, here is Sridhar Prabhu. Welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavata
Krishna,
Pranam.
Hare
Dandavata
Krishna,
Pranam to everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavata